It's your Sunday therapy, everyone. It's your Sunday therapy. Well, we are going to do, well, we started a little bit earlier. So, welcome to Gamers and Coffee's Sunday therapy session. Unlicensed, unprofessional. Don't take any of our advice. It's just a paint and chat. We're going to be doing 40K today. So, if you have any questions about anything or you want to talk about whatever you like, hop on in. We are doing a podcast at the same time. It's a Podbean, so those of you that are listening on Podbean, you're more than welcome to, join us. Say hi.
Hello, Charles.
And Charles, we're glad you're here. I think Mini Warm Up might be showing up.
He better, because we went and got one of his damn cups for him.
You weren't supposed to have that up right now. I told you to wait.
Well,
I asked you to please wait, and you put it up there.
Well, he's not in there yet. So
well, anyways, okay. So, being that we're gamers with coffee, we try to support.
Now he can't tell.
Yeah, he's gonna know.
How
anyways,
so?
Where's my mouse?
I have it. You don't need it.
I do. So
it's already on there.
Message in there.
It's already on there.
All right. For those of you on Podbean, we are doing a show on Facebook, to our Facebook group, our page,
or Twitter,
and YouTube. It also goes to Twitch too.
Or Twitch, not Twitter.
Yeah, not Twitter. We don't have Twitter. We already got enough going on. We don't need any more. But most definitely, we are doing that. So, if you'd like to say something in the chat, say something. We would appreciate it. Ask away. You're more than welcome to. So Ashley is painting on her Tyranids, and I don't know why my phone is making noises. Or Ashley's. I thought she had it turned down. Let me do this.
I thought I
did.
not
all my notifications are there. There we go.
There.
So she's painting her Tyranids, and I am getting these Terminators well built. Ashley's been.
I've been helping him. What I did was, because the heads are weird on these, I went and I don't remember where I saw it, but old paintbrushes that have been destroyed, I just cut the tops off and file them. Then you can glue smaller pieces on. So I painted all his heads for him, and I actually went and put the actual number of what was on the sprue on here, so he knows what head goes to what body.
So I'm just officially withdrawing from the paint competition since she did the head. So that's not going to
count.
No, because otherwise it's not going to count as the whole thing for me. So I can do 99%, but if you do
He's done 2 so far, and they have actually both come out okay.
No, I did all the others, but it's all good.
I'm telling him you did 2 of the Terminators, and they came out great.
Let's see here. This is the one where she did the head on this one. Charles, check it out. I can do it because.
What?
Well, we got to get it close enough.
Well, you got one right there.
No, it's not working.
No, I'd say this one, if it stays at somewhat of a distance, it's better. That one up there is.
No, we just got to do something else. No, it's okay.
Let me see.
We've already tried. So let's see.
You've
been focusing on YouTube. Haven't posted much to Facebook, he says, but moving pics and videos. Yep. So, Charles, all I can tell you is everybody wants to kind of get on every single platform and be big and all. And what happens is you've got to also maintain all that. And it gets to be hard to do after a while unless you are supported independently, wealthy, have out of the blue sponsors when you're brand new, which generally doesn't happen. Then you can. You're not. That's why we went ahead and Gamers of Coffee stopped our Discord. And
all right, me just shut up.
I know, I see. I'll answer that in a minute. Just a second. So that's the thing. We got rid of the Discord because it was too much. You know what I mean? And people who follow you, they're not going to be able to follow you on every single platform. It's too much. So but we like doing our podcasts. So I'm getting back to where I'm going to do more of those. Those are just audio. I'm probably focusing on another platform more than I'm going to focus on YouTube. YouTube is horrifically crowded for any kind of gaming and requires so much time. And everybody wants to be a millionaire on here. So what happens is you just kind of it just gets to be too much. So if you're going to focus on just YouTube, do that. I wouldn't, if I was going to start over, I wouldn't be focusing on all these other places. I'd pick one platform, maybe two, and I would do that. Because that's where you see some of these people that are super successful. They're not everywhere. They're in one spot because they're focusing all their energy on that. So
time, desired, move.
I got that. I understand that. So, let's see here.
All right. Brian says, give him 10 minutes. Have your show on. Just stepping away to take care of something. Be back. I guarantee he's getting food.
That's okay. You can get food.
Yeah, food right now anyway.
Well, there you go, Charles. If you have updated a bunch of spreadsheets for your games, you got to do that too. These things have to be done. For us, if you notice, it's a little bit of, we kind of backed off on some things. We just want to really kind of get things into one spot and go focus a little bit more and go forward. So
we're going to let everyone know right now. Stay tuned to the end and actually let us know what you guys think. We did make an ending now.
Yeah.
That goes along with our beginning of our therapy session.
Yeah, so if you're watching us on YouTube or Facebook,
please watch all the way through until the very end.
Yep,
we're going to try to see how well that works. I think I'm going to have to figure out a way to time it just right.
Well, you end the show and then you launch that.
Yeah, and then let it play all the way through and then completely
it's only a couple seconds, so.
But I have gone quite, there. Wait, I think. Okay, there's two way up. But the rest of them are right here. And then I still have a pile back here.
Yeah.
But I got quite a bit of them done. They're almost, I got to do the guns. And then the darker green, their eyes, and their tongues. If some of them have it, some of them don't. Oh, and they go. But other than that, and then where's my base? There it is. That's what I need to get. I'm almost out of this too.
Oh, yeah. You got to have a little bit.
My base.
Yeah.
So I did end up getting my skin tone. It's a brand new bottle. I haven't even opened it, so I can keep going. I did end up buying. I just saw metallic. Well, ended up being airbrush metallic. I didn't get the other one, but I got like an iron color and a red ruby color. Those both actually look pretty cool.
Those are pretty nice, really. They're
so
nice.
I've worked with airbrushing paints before, but it just takes more layers of it. It's kind of like the contrast paint, where on some things it might just be enough.
Well, it's designed for airbrush.
Yeah,
very thin paint. Yeah.
In other places it might, need another actual coat. But Brian should be happy. I'm getting quite a bit done now that I have my I can go and get those done. I'll put it there.
Yeah.
But I'd say if anyone caught it, do you want this back?
The mouse?
At least for right now.
Yeah, it would be helpful.
Keegan did. They finally came in. They got all my Charmer Grant cards. These are actually real nice, small, and they got a purple metallic.
Well, hello, Mythos.
Hey, Mythos.
Yeah, the cards are nice. Now, Ashley's trading work on Keegan's stuff in return for not money, but other items. So one part of her deal was to do what?
It was actually these Termagants, along with the two Reapers that I already have painted, because those were cool. So I started with those, and the cards for day carrying one day for him.
Yeah. So during the summer, watching the kids and stuff. So that's kind of good if you have a spouse or a partner who wants more miniatures and just works for him. Works for me. So, but we're glad you joined in there, Mythos. We're happy you're there. And you could check for us there, Mythos, on Podbean if you want, because I'm doing a little broadcast live there at the same time. And let me know if it,
if he's
if
not
you guys
busy,
do
he
that.
can always jump on.
Yeah. You're more than welcome to hop on too. We can send you a link. But we're just going to basically do some of these therapy sessions. We're going to be doing just painting because painting is therapeutic, at least according to the experts, which I'm not, by the way. But it does help to have something to do. I don't know if you used to listen to us before, Mythos.
Hey, shut up. He said he's happy to jump on.
Yes.
Send him the damn link.
But you're interrupting me.
And?
I'm trying to speak. Yeah. Okay. So if you want to jump on, that's cool. Hold on a second.
Hey, I'm not going to turn down Mythos jumping on.
Well. Oh, let's see here. I'll probably just put it in the chat. There we go. If you want to, you can.
Charles, that goes for you as well, hon. You can get on as well.
Anybody,
I think we can have
really anybody can.
6 people? 5 people?
Yeah, at least 5. And then for those of you on the podcast, when we do this show on our YouTube channel or goes to Facebook and basically goes to Twitch too, you're more than
welcome.
Yep. Say hi. Oh, okay, Mythos. What I was curious is, remember, you used to listen to me and Clint all the time on the podcast, you said, while you were driving, and that was through Podbean. I don't know if you still have that app or not, or how you were listening to us. Right now on Podbean, I'm just doing a live broadcast through that too. So I was just curious how the audio was coming through because I'm doing it with my phone and just wanted to find out. It's kind of hard for me to double check that. That's if you still got it. If not, no worries. Just hop on if you want to hop on. Oh, you were listening on Audible before. It'll be on Audible when I'm done with this. It'll just get uploaded. Or
where did I stick it?
What are you doing, Ashley?
I can check and see how it's coming through.
Well, never mind. I guess Ashley will check and see. And then, yeah, you can take the link and hop on if you want Mythos. We're
Join.
kind of waiting for Mini Warm-Up to come back. I apologize. I got to get a haircut. Just getting be looking like a mop now. Yeah.
Come on.
What are you doing?
It does not. Oh, there you are. Live.
Yeah, it does. It says live. It'll say live. What the hell is that?
I had both of them on.
Both? What?
My Facebook, so in case someone on Facebook shows up, we know who it is. But it sounds good.
Okay, I said, God, if it's coming across like that, that'd be terrible.
Yeah, no, I had to close down my Facebook one.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I always have my Facebook up when we do these, so that way we know exactly who is on.
Yeah.
Because it does not tell you.
So, Mythos, we're working on our 40K stuff. I'm just trying to get the Terminators done so I can play because the Inferno.
Wow, everyone keeps asking about our guys, so that's why I'm trying to get you to knock yours out. Yep. I got to finish up my last Golden Boy, as well as the rest of these guys.
Because you're officially in competition.
I know, I'm trying. So as soon as Brian comes back.
Yep.
Okay, that one's done. That one's done.
So 2 of the Terminators are done.
Here, let me see them.
It's not going to show on the camera, Ash. We've already tried. It doesn't show very well. The other camera needs to be done. But I can try making it bigger.
Hold on.
See, that's blurry.
I'm wondering why it's blurry.
Because you're too close to it. It focuses too, I believe, on the lens.
I know, that's what I'm trying to. On the lens? No.
No,
That one's Mike.
that's
This
the
one's
mic.
Brian.
What? No, that's not going to help.
That makes it worse.
It's not going to help it.
So
it's just the camera doesn't do good close up. It does better at a distance. You might want to pull him back, like the Termogrants, and send him down because he looks better at that.
it's also this light is reflecting
So
off
it's
that
not
white.
the light, Ashley. It's the camera doesn't focus well. See, it's blurry. It's not. So we got to figure out something else with the camera. This camera works for her desk, but does no good with close-ups.
We might have to pull the one we just got.
I bought another one recently for the laptop, which does very well, but this is the desktop setup, so probably we'll have to do that there and see what's what. But they came out pretty good.
And they got decals on as well.
Yeah, they do. They have decals. So when you're doing the miniatures, it's best, at least in my opinion, to get it all completely out of the way, and then you do the decals.
I'm so glad my guys don't have decals.
I like them. They add to it, but
I mean, they're nice, but I'm glad they don't.
let's see. I'm going to see something here. Take this other camera. See something. Let's try this, you guys. I know on the podcast you can't see it, but I want to try and make it bigger. There you go.
That looks better.
There's the. Oh. Hold on.
Trying to change light around.
Okay, stop. Stop for a second. So there you go. Well, that's a little better for the there. Ashley didn't know that these were decals, so she hand painted that.
No,
Because on
those
the sheet,
one, but that's not a marking for them.
yeah. Well, that's the same pattern on this decal sheet, Ashley.
Those are tiny. The book shows big ones.
Well, anyways, that's about the best I can do with trying to get those in there. But they came out pretty good. Pretty good, if you can see. And it kind of matches the other guys just hanging out there.
Yep, and you got your captain up on top.
Yep, they're decaled and ready to go. I wish I could find another camera like I used to have.
Oh yeah, that was an excellent freaking camera.
It was cheap and it had an adjustable lens, and they don't have an adjustable lens ones that I can find anymore. I sure would, because it'd just be better. Oops, hold on a second. I think there's Brian. Hello, Brian.
Hey, what's up?
Okay, so you see Ashley's screen right here?
Hold on.
Yeah, he can
And there's
see.
Mythos.
Okay.
Well, measles. Oh, I'm gone. See ya. Bye.
Why, hello there.
Brian, sit your ass down.
So here, should I show you this? So look, Brian.
Who's mini warm up?
That's you. That's one of your cups in yellow.
Oh, wow.
We just got it yesterday or the day before.
Friday.
Friday, yeah.
Is that the yellow?
Yeah,
that's
it's
the-
yellow.
Okay, that's what. Yeah, okay. Well, that's pretty cool. Thanks.
I like how actually the red and the yellow kind of it makes your whole thing pop.
Yeah. Cool.
I heard that guy's a pretty handsome lad.
Well, we also have Mythos's cup,
Yeah.
which is cool. See,
It's just a
Mythos.
plain old coffee mug. Throw your fish. Your fish, whatever.
Yeah,
Throw your fish in there. No, anyway. Throw your paintbrushes in, whatever.
no.
Drink
That's
coffee out of
what I have. Our old one, I'm retiring.
She retired.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
The original one she had.
Why is it black right there? Like a
Well,
black square?
it's black with.
It's got paint.
No,
Oh.
it's not out the middle. It's black.
Oh, that was our very first.
It had like a star background and it says Gamers of Coffee. I don't know if it'll show up. See.
Yeah. All right, I'm
And
gonna
then
blow
that
the screen.
was Ashley's cup with her name and it says.
Take my cup at your own risk.
Oh, cool.
Don't let them fool you. It's all blacked out because it's one of those coffee mugs that start off all blacked out, and then as you pour in the hot coffee, some
Yeah.
material
It
starts
changes.
showing. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Now, that was before we got the squirrel.
Oh, yeah.
That was the prototype cup. So yeah, so we ordered one of your cups there.
Cool. Thank you.
Because we got Frosted Fist, you, and
Molly for Advantage.
Yeah. All right.
Yep.
Alrighty. Let's see. Oh, I don't get to see the comments on here anymore. I haven't been on Restream forever.
You don't get to see the comments.
I just see messages from audience will display here. Someone comment something. Someone say something.
Someone say something?
Here.
All
right.
Should hold on. You probably just don't see it until they're updated.
There it is. I see it now. All right. Cool. Shows up. Anyways.
Yeah, it'll show up now. How many more months says hi? So,
So-
there you go.
Question. How many minis?
What's your question?
How many minis?
You'd have to ask Ashley because,
Got almost 20 more done.
yeah.
20 more, that's it?
Whoa, Michael.
I've been
Uh,
working.
Going up puppy.
Yeah. So
I've
on
been
the
messing up on
podcast,
this thing.
I'm like, Michael, where do you see a Michael?
in the podcast.
All right, here.
How are you, sir?
Put his back up.
Yep. So I'll put yours back up on the shelf there, Mythos, where we can. I use it to drink coffee out
So
once
Greg
in a while.
even has
too.
our cup out.
I just
Very
Oh,
nice.
yeah.
Very nice.
Well, I got all you guys. Here we go. I got Frosted Fist right here.
Also very nice.
Oh, see Mythos? He doesn't even use yours to drink out of. It's straight paintbrush.
And I got.
Yep, there's ours.
Yeah, holds the pencils and pens and all that.
Oh,
He
yeah.
likes it enough to keep it in his home. I'm excited.
I say Keegan said he was going to get on too, but I'm wondering if
Yeah,
something
we're not
happened.
sure what's going on with Keegan.
I really don't want to talk to him.
He might have ended up finding some sort of food deal or something.
Yeah, so he might have had. I know they were talking about going to the store.
Boy, and I drink the coffee out of this one, out of the big one,
You drink coffee out of the big giant one?
out
Nice.
of the big cups.
Yeah, no, I'm like, well, that's good. It's time to retire my old one. So I had
12
the new
ounces
one.
only last for like 2 minutes. 12 ounce cup.
What'd you do? What'd you say, Brian? I'm sorry, you were on for about
12 ounce cups only last for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, depending on, same here.
Yeah.
They don't last very long.
They don't last too long, but
I'm trying to talk Greg into getting me like a Ninja coffee pot and getting it actually put in here.
Oh, Charles, 44 done.
wow.
How many?
That's it. 44
Wow.
plus what? You have more than 44, Charles. I know. you
12 trolls, he said, needs paint. So
Very
I'll
nice,
say
Charles.
World War II, he did that update. It's like 100 and something.
101.
yeah.
So he's rocking them out real good.
Yeah, I've been busting his webbles here lately.
On it.
'Cause
I just got
Where's
the
my-
paint Thursday.
I did a horrible job on that guy right there. I'm still trying to finish him up. So,
I'll say mine. I have.
King's
This
Award
is.
giant.
I mean, if I was gonna
That's
do another challenge, I wouldn't be doing anything that I'm putting on a table because I can't. I have OCD.
Yeah.
So trying to do what I'm doing right now is literally taking forever because that OCD crap.
Yeah. Here, Greg,
Hello.
Blow me
Skin in
up.
the game. Huh?
blow me up.
Blow you up. Oh, I'll make you bigger there. Hello. All right, just a second there. Let's see. You are.
Who you are?
No, there you are.
That's
Oh,
I got
skin
a
in the
28
game.
mil. Here's a
How are
28
you?
mil.
Thank you for liking the show.
Wow.
That's how big that giant is. That's a 28
That's-
millimeter
That's huge.
mini right there.
That is awesome.
Hey, anyone can paint that and not mess it up. It's huge.
I'm still finishing. I still got to do the straps on this leg. It's taken me quite a while. And I actually used for the skin the contrast Gilliman flash.
Nice.
Yeah, and I messed it up because I want to go light, and I messed it up, so I made him dark now. So he's got a suntan going.
But how about how tall is that figure?
I don't know, but here I can measure it.
Well, I'm just curious. It looks like it's pretty tall.
It is 7.5, just over 7.5 inches tall.
Wow.
Oh wow! So that's a pretty tall model.
Probably.
Man,
So
what I would give for that.
I think Mayworm I gave 200 for it, right?
It's only $35.
Oh,
Oh, that's it?
Oh,
This is-
right.
this is-
The mini. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, Kings of
no,
War
I'm on the same
giant.
page.
Meatos! Wow, I just caught that.
Oh, what
We'll
you
get you
say?
some donations.
Oh, yeah,
Skin in the game. We were just talking about miniatures and
I got it,
or
Mythos.
40K or just about any kind of paint miniatures. So
So Mythos, you saw the pictures that I sent, or the, Eldar I sent over to Hellchild.
Yes, which is awesome.
So he asked what I wanted. I picked. Oh god, where are the rest of those cards? Now I can't remember what the hell it was called.
she picked some sort of. The thing's pretty bad. It
Where
has a
are
lot
my
of
cards?
stats. So she was pretty excited.
where the rest of my cards go?
Well, I don't know. They're your cards.
I swear to God, I had them on the table. Oh, they're right here.
Boy.
Hush.
you could
The
whatever.
norm.
Yeah,
Emissa?
minimize.
What is that?
It's
Norn
a
Emissary?
Norn Emissary.
Emissary.
Very nice. Very
Cool.
nice.
Yeah, toughness of 11, 16 wounds. And it saves on a 2+.
Well, all mine save on 2+.
But you got a lot of attacks at 2s or 2d6 or something. So
But now I have something to actually be able to go against Gilman.
yes, skin in the game. Sometimes we get kind of meticulous on the painting. Just fun to paint the miniatures and get them on the table.
I just paint them decent enough to get them on the table. That's all.
See, no, I can't do that though. That's my problem.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
These-
same here. That's why my count is much lower. But my
See,
goal
same
is
with
to
mine.
play.
So, I mean, as the start of this challenge, I've gotten 3, 4, 5, 6 up there. Along with your
I'm just gonna cut this out. Decals.
decals are in there. 3, 4, 5.
Well, I will say one thing: the Marines, the Ultramarines, do have between your little.
I've only got like
seals
27 done.
and emblems. You can't just throw paint on them; they are a little bit.
I mean, you could, but the thing is, Space Marines
Yeah.
have the gold in it, so it's like it's hard to. What are you looking for? Front book. You went right past.
Go back to your conversation, babe. You're good.
So
Yeah, it just depends.
Yeah.
Mm,
I am out of my 23 that I vowed, I've got
Wow.
11 done, and I've got these 2 more Sword Shield guys that will be done by the end of the day. I'm just waiting on their basing texture paint to dry, and then I'll put some grass on them and some of the other basing components, seal them up, and they'll be done. Oh, I still need their eyes too.
Awesome. Well, I hope you guys send pictures into the Facebook group, because then I'll do a collage and then I'll make a video and then shout
Well,
out.
yeah, I'll get it
everybody's
done.
all that.
Whatever
All right,
I get done, I'll get it over to you.
Yeah.
Are you looking for pictures at the end, or are you looking for pictures now?
The pictures of what you finished for the month of September. It could be,
the pictures.
you could put them all in one picture. You don't have to do. Don't send me 20, dude. Don't.
42. I got it.
So, yeah.
That's like one picture.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Skin in the Game does oil canvas stuff. Awesome.
Ooh.
Very cool. That takes a lot of talent to do that.
Oh, Ross.
I think someone like me would be drawing stick figures and trees. I'm
Yeah,
just not.
I can't freehand. I need 3D shapes to paint.
I have seen some awesome artwork though, especially in the miniature world, man. Some of these people do some amazing freehand, like the Space Marine stuff,
Oh,
paintings and whatnot.
it's like it puts anything to shame.
Yeah.
Keegan showed me one. A guy painted the Boltan, the glow car I did for Keegan. On the inside, there are like 2 little computer screens, and he made it actually look like it's a navigation system. Where like the upper deck, basically like a plane almost. It was like, wow, what?
That's
That just
awesome.
put me to straight shame.
Hey, Greg,
Yes.
minimize me.
Minimize you. Well, I
Yeah.
thought you said you wanted to be in the spotlight.
Well, when I'm showing the giant, I don't want to be on the spotlight.
Oh, you want to be in the spotlight all the time? Okay. I'll minimize you down.
Click the one next to it.
What?
So up on there. Over. No, so the one's highlighted. Over 2 more.
What about?
Click that one.
But
There. That way we're not overlapped and everyone sees names.
I'll be back to making more videos after, obviously, when this challenge is over. So,
Yeah, that's what Charles was talking about too.
My intention is to do an update video today after my painting session.
do it. Yeah.
Sometimes you can have the best of intentions, Mythos, and then life just comes up and it
Yeah.
Bites you in the freaking ass.
That's why I phrased it that way.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
exactly
So,
what I phrased it.
Brian, when are you going to host a Zombicide? We can get Mythos and Lillian.
Probably pretty soon, because I've been itching to get the Zombicide going. I haven't played for a while. So, why? Who's asking? You?
No, Casper.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do it. I mean, I still got 2 more missions left in Prison Outbreak, but we could do something besides Modern. We can do Invader or whatever. I don't care. So,
It'll depend on the weekend for me, just because now we have D&D games every other Sunday.
that I'm
Oh,
not
do
invited to. That I'm not invited to.
Hey, well, they're local. They're in person with my sister-in-law.
Might be a little bit of a drive, right?
Yeah, if you want to make the drive, you know.
No.
Well, he's a little closer to Mythos than he is to us. So.
Probably same distance. Texas is big, man. Because Mythos is on that outside of Houston, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Outside Houston.
and that's going to Houston. Ugh.
I mean, on the bright side, though,
Yeah.
I mean, you're in one of the few places that you can drive south to us and still find cooler weather.
Yeah. That's true.
And I mean, it was 104 today, so I used the phrase, you know,
Wow,
You
you're
said
very loosely.
I noticed in Texas is now starting to get like pretty dang, like almost as hot, hotter than Arizona now.
Well, hello, iDoc.
Well,
cool.
I mean, with all the storms, I mean, we had some weird.
Well, that's the other thing. You guys get storms through.
Yeah, we had some really bad storms the other day. It was not fun, and it's not like a. I mean, it's gonna sound funny, but like they were like weird. It wasn't like, I don't know, other storms you normally see, the way the sky was and stuff. Lately, things have just been getting weird. So
And it's like they show up out of nowhere.
Yeah, we had what was it, a week and a half ago or whatever? We had a storm in the West Valley.
No, I did the one. That was
nowhere
the one.
close to me.
Your
And we had
power.
a tornado warning. So
that should be all of them.
Yep. Go ahead, Minnie Warmont. I can hear you. The tornado warning.
yeah, we actually had a tornado warning a week and a half ago with a storm came through.
A tornado warning in Arizona.
Oh, we average about 3 or 4 a year. So
Really?
yeah. So it's always on the very far outskirts or towards Casa Grande area. So, but yeah. Or up there in Winslow, the flat plains over there.
And sometimes they'll just come up out of nowhere. So like you're trying to do a live stream or a
Yeah, we
show
had
or
to cancel the
something,
one.
and you just can't get it done, or the power up.
Alrighty.
You got to watch those storms because afterwards, sometimes people can be brainless or heartless or sometimes have no courage.
Well, remember the last big storm we had, we ended up losing power for what, 3 weeks, almost 4 weeks? We couldn't get back on. That one massive one we had.
Yeah.
We were offline for almost 4 weeks, I think. That's the ratio.
People laugh at us because, when we have a good monsoon or big rainstorm, how we slow down driving in the rain. And everyone's like, it's only rain. But yeah, when you don't have much rain on the highways and all that oil leaks and the grease and all that,
Yep.
dude, it gets pretty slick.
It's like driving in the snow.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, and they're talking up here, we should be getting snow probably in the next, 3 or 4 weeks.
Awesome.
With how our weather's been dropping real quick.
See, I love snow.
Yeah.
I do to a point.
Snow doesn't bother me. You know why? I'm not out working in it. If I just got to go from my house to my car, so what? That's 30 seconds or a minute. From the car to the store, that's a minute. It's not, if you were working it like the guys working the power lines, the utilities, cables, that's a terrible way to do it. When I did construction, framing houses, there were times you could be on the ladder on one side of the house, you couldn't see the other side because of the snow. Like you couldn't. So it sucks to work in it, but it doesn't suck if you're just the average person getting in your car, going somewhere to another job or something. It's really pretty though.
Yeah, I get to take the grandkids out and get them sledded and all that. So this year, the youngest grandchild should be able to get on a sled by herself and go down one of our local elementary schools. Has a massive hill where all the kids go and play. So that's where
kids. It's the adults are like, hey man, if we say
I stay in the car.
If they say
it's too damn cold.
We can do it. We can do it. I went down that hill, but I'll tell you what, you get going pretty fast, and you realize at the end of the hill is a street. You're like, oh God, please stop. You really can't slow it down. It's
The snow used to bother me, but then I decided to let it go. Let it go.
Oh my gosh.
That's right, Mythos. If things bother you, just let it go.
Actually, I'm kidding. The snow's never bothered me. I grew up in Germany, and I have this really fond memory of one time it snowed so hard that the snow came up to kind of the rooftops of the cars. And
Yeah.
we lived in an apartment building just off base, and we had neighbors on the first floor, or like that were work friends with my dad, and we would go into their apartment, and me and the adults, me and the other kids, but also the adults too, would take turns getting up on the first floor balcony and then jumping into the snowdrifts.
Yeah,
Well,
that's good as long as there's not like a fire hydrant or something underneath it.
come
That'd be my luck. Yeah.
All right, Ron Burgundy is done and ready for Zombicide.
Very nice.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
know,
Zombicide, it's a fun game. I do enjoy that.
well, I got the extra tiles, so I'm going to try to customize it. So, like, when I get enough tiles, which I should probably just go ahead and order the other tiles to fit this whole 6x4 table, and then have Mythos team of 5, Greg's team of 5, Ashley's team of 5, and whoever else's team of 5s. Start on the corners in the middle, and I give you guys objectives, what you have to, to go accomplish, while we still spawn zombies and all that out.
Oh, nice.
And then you
That
can
was
fight
fun.
each other too. And then we'll bring in the zombiphores and all that.
Nice.
So I think it's gonna be total chaos, but
It will be interesting, that's for sure.
it'll be a long game though. That's the only problem.
Sounds like it.
That's not gonna be a short one.
If we got 20 characters on the table, just don't make it like, oh, you all have to live to get off the board. Or we're
No.
we wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah.
Because somebody's not going to make it out with all the zombies.
No.
But something like that, Brian, is, say we host, do the live or whatever, you can actually add your channel.
Yeah, I know. You share feeds.
Yep, and share it. And whoever else we can do it, with Frost and Fist or, whatever. Yeah. That way we all get the views or whatever or whatnot.
And I do enjoy that. Because Restream, I think even YouTube's own does the same thing, right? Because you got Restream, StreamYard, YouTube, and all that, and you got that option to have like Mythos puts his channel up or whatever.
Yeah, now see, you can do that with Restream. I was looking through there, and everybody thinks you can't, but actually you can.
We tested it one night.
No, did we?
Yeah, with Annex, with David.
So we did test it with David. She's right, I forgot. And you just kind of create an event, and then you send the link. So when you say you, Mythos, or Brian get the link, then when you went live, it would go to your channels.
Yep.
So yes, StreamYard does that, but I was supposed to be paying $50 a month for something that I can pay $15 for. I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
So that's why I stick with Restream, and I know a couple of the others are kind of like, well, Greg, you should go to StreamYard, but I don't need to pay that kind of money to do the exact same thing. And StreamYard or Restream's been around a lot longer, like good 10, 15 years longer. So I'm just sticking with them for now because it works for us.
I might go back to because I've been doing that $25 monthly with StreamYard. And I keep saying myself, I'm gonna start doing at least a live feed once a week or once every 2 weeks, and I just don't get to it.
Thank you guys for the likes. We appreciate it.
So
yeah, it's just a matter of hanging out and having fun. I mean, like we're all doing now. We're just kind of, for those of you on the podcast, we're hanging out on the YouTube channel and just kind of painting and chatting too, while talking to. I'm answering questions on the podcast also. So Greg's multitasking, which is why I need coffee. Which Mythos, thank you for sending us that coffee. For God's sakes, now I'm going to have to order more because we used it up, and I was like, oh man, that was some really good coffee. And generally, I don't care for that dark roast. Ooh.
Yeah,
and Charles here, he's getting out his vacuum to clean his floor and picking out his paints for the trolls. I'm going to be the last one on the list, Brian, with the painting, literally.
it's not a competition. It's just a challenge to see how many paint.
Yeah.
So, I guess I'll do Thrawn now. I'll do Admiral Thrawn.
Nice.
So
I really like the Admiral Thrawn trilogy.
Yeah, I haven't. Be quiet, because I still haven't seen those lousy the Rebels and Clone Wars yet.
Oh well, for me it was the novels. I haven't actually seen any
Oh,
of
okay.
the
So,
shows with Thrawn in it.
I have a hard time keeping up with all those series that are out there now. It's just. Oh,
I only caught Clone Wars like here and there, bits and pieces when it was on TV, and we had the DVD to the first box set, but I never followed up and got any of the other seasons. And so
Yeah.
now I want to watch Ahsoka, but now I'm like, I got to go back and watched all those seasons that I missed.
Go back and catch up on the seasons.
Yeah.
it's funny because my wife and I try to make a point to watch some of our TV shows, because we're enjoying Ahsoka, and we enjoy that Hulu TV series, Murders in the Building, with Steve Martin Short, and what's her name, Selena Gomez, I think.
Oh, really?
It's a really neat TV series. It's a mystery whodunit kind of thing. It's really good. And we get ready to watch it, and then probably 15, 20 minutes in, it's not because it's boring. We just fall asleep. Getting old. So,
Well, I used to have time to watch TV, but if I'm going to watch TV or maybe game or paint, I'll do that instead. That's just my personal preference. But
also, I guess it doesn't help because, like this morning, I got up at 3:30 in the morning. Just got up, and just started doing my thing.
yeah, we didn't do our little game show today, just because we were up late last night doing some of this painting till like 1, and then we went to bed for a couple hours and got woken up at 3 o'clock for somebody who needed a ride a little bit of a distance out, family member. I come back and I'm like, well, now it's 4 in the morning. I'm just going to bed, getting up whenever I get up. And,
Yeah.
So we just didn't do the show at the coffee shop or the house today, but that's okay.
I think I already told you. Yeah, I think I already did tell you, but I'll show you. See Mythos?
What the heck was that?
Yes, Curse City.
Oh, this thing
It is a board game for
Warhammer Quest.
yeah, basically a Warhammer Quest game.
Oh, the miniatures in these are freaking awesome.
They're very cool, very grim and dark.
Yeah, that Witch Hunter here is really, 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 really cool.
Yes.
So I can't wait to screw that one up. So,
You can't wait to mess it up.
yeah.
Charles says he found a good match for the troll skin. He said, in the hair color, like a real dirty blonde.
Very nice.
There you go. There are so many paints out there these days that it's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Why does it take you 2 hours to paint the mini? Because I have to decide what paint I'm going to use.
That's what I did with this giant. I
Oh,
just
yeah.
picking colors up.
Well, I'm glad you guys showed up, all of you. It's kind of fun to just sit here and hang out.
Agreed. I was actually just starting because I had been playing some video games with my daughter earlier,
Oh,
and
yeah?
I just logged off not long ago to sit down to start painting. And kind of as I picked up my brush, y'all came on and Ashley said hop in, and I was like, oh, well, that'll give me some motivation. I'll have people to paint with.
Yeah. What video game was you playing?
We were playing Overwatch 2.
Overwatch 2? Yeah, that's pretty popular. I'm still, I like, the COD series, and I like,
Zombies.
Ashley loves the zombies, but I like Battlefront too, and Battlefield. So,
You can't say that too loud. I don't know if you're allowed to be a Call of Duty and a Battlefield fan at the same time.
I know, I know, I've been in lobbies where like, you play that? Yes, I do. But I do like the Battlefield because of the more open map aspect, where all the COD games you're running, left, right, or center.
Either way, you had Halo jumpers.
Yeah, and a lot of the people are jumping around, but that's okay. I go skeet shooting, so it's kind of fun to do that too.
Oh man, that is a mechanic I wish they would take out of shooting games. The constant hippity hopping all over the map, like
I will not play Greg against each other because he will hide. You will run right past him and not even see him.
Yeah,
Well,
cool.
And then you end up being shot in the back.
That's what you're supposed to do if you're the sniper in the game, right?
Yeah, it's
You're not
stealthing.
supposed to be.
That's
You
what I
don't stand
always
out
do.
in the open with a Blaze safety orange vest. Hi, I'm here.
I'm like, there's first of all, no way a human could jump that fast, consistently. You need
Yeah.
more muscles than just your ankles to go boing, 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 boing. And I'm
Well,
like,
a lot of it is they're just hoping to not get hit too. Like to me, that's like. Go ahead, Mythos.
I was just gonna say, that is not how combat works, sir.
Wait a minute. If that's the case, then are you telling me that movies and shows I watch possibly might not be exactly correct? No, don't do that to me, Mythos. You're gonna ruin my whole perception of this realm, sir.
No. Just that one mechanic in video games. All other media you've seen portray battle exactly correctly.
Oh, it's all the truth. Oh, thank God. All right.
So when
Especially
I first
when I'm
started
watching Gundam.
playing on Black Ops, on Black Ops 1, I was ranked in Search and Destroy 4 in the world.
You were in the top 10. I know that. Yeah.
In one, I was in the top 5. The second one, I was in the top 10.
But your
in Search and Destroy.
ego started to go through the roof too.
No, it's just I hated people going, "Oh, it's a girl. They can't do shit."
Well, they're right. Oh!
Nobody does that in the video game world. Not possible.
That or get in the kitchen and make me a sandwich kind of thing.
Oh yeah, one of the guys told her in the lobby. He said, "You shouldn't be playing the game. You should be in the kitchen making sandwiches."
Oh, I made it my whole
She
purpose.
went after him that next game.
I know that. I remember that night. That wasn't fun.
It wasn't any warm up.
Why can I see him doing that too?
Yeah. And then I'll be the one that runs around teabagging. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Oh, teabaggers make me so sad. I'm like, that bitch.
Yeah.
All righty.
I mean, I had fun. I mean, everyone had their own little clicks on that, but I don't know. I liked it when people actually trash talk each other. Now it's like if you can't get them off their freaking cell phones,
They're on the phone. Yeah.
in between games. Like, come on.
Wait, you missed the trash talk?
Yes, I actually do.
You know why? Because it was interactive part of the game, and now they're getting ready to ban all that. It's amazing for those of you listening on the podcast. Yeah, we're now talking about video games because we'll go back and forth on all sorts of gaming. But
hey, our brains are ADD.
no, well, maybe.
I mean, yeah, mine is for sure.
There's no cure for this. But with the miniature gaming, I like the fact that there's no lag. If you roll the dice and they roll bad, that's it. I can't blame the server or the lobby.
Or the host.
Or you're doing really good and the host gets upset and backs out. And
I've had those so many times. What?
Oh man, I had this roommate one time where one of his favorite complaints would be, "I pulled the trigger first," and I said, "You have no idea. No, there's no possible way of you knowing when they pulled the trigger and when you pulled the trigger." He's like, "Well, I pulled the trigger first."
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Our boys would do that all the time. I pulled it first. You can hear them in the back room because it's usually their room.
The worst game that they raged on the most, no joke, was Madden, the football game.
Yeah.
they would get so upset about how the players, that's not what you do in a real football game, or, so EA pretty much riled them up a lot. And Josh would always ask me, Dad, do you want to play? I'm like, well, I'm watching how upset you're getting. That's okay. I'm good.
I think my go-to would always have to be some kind of form of zombies.
Well, this is why I knew you'd like Zombicide, because Zombicide for a tabletop game, it's straight up zombies and avoiding them. So
It's that Resident Evil fan in you.
Yep.
That
I have been since '96.
See, I remember playing that on PS1 when it first came out, and I was by myself.
Yep.
It was dark. It's dark, my house
In
was
the
all dark
mansion.
and all that. And those stupid dogs run through that freaking window in the hallway every time.
Yep. Dogs and the crows.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I tore my ACL in '98, I want to say. And I was all hopped up on hydrocodone. And I stayed up all night, toasted on hydrocodone, and played Resident Evil. And when my brother woke up the next morning, I was just staring at the screen.
Your brain had stopped.
Lights were off.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
I was just like, he's like,
What you doing? Processing what I saw on the game.
it's like,
Yeah, so
he flicked on the light, was like, dude, you go to bed? I'm like, ah.
I'll tell you what, one of the most satisfying moments for me in video gaming was, well, two of them. One was watching the boys play Asteroids and not be able to get a score and get frustrated because they couldn't use the joystick controller.
I
But the
remember that.
other was just simply when Halo came out, the original Halo. It was the first game you could do all that looking around, and it was just mesmerizing. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, my first experience with Halo, oh God, Dylan was like 2 years old. No, he was younger than that. I've been, playing video games pretty much my whole life, and I sit down to play Halo with the boys, and they just literally just destroyed me.
Yeah.
And Dylan was like a year and a half old.
Well, it was Josh
It was Josh
that was
predominantly.
running around getting you.
And I really so badly wanted to throw the controller. It's like, really,
Yeah,
I just got my ass handed to me.
But see, that's the nice thing about the miniature stuff. If you get mad, you don't want to throw your pot of paint. It's gonna. Yes, you just don't.
Now, I have seen someone get mad and just start chucking their Terminators across the room into the cardboard box.
Oh no.
It was like he came to the store with all of his miniatures in a big cardboard box, and I think when he came in, they were like all stacked neatly in the box, like standing up, But
Yeah.
like as he started to lose the game,
Oh, he just started chucking me in the box.
he got mad. He's like, "Well, this guy's effing dead."
Oh, that sounds
This
like
guy-
Keegan with his
I'm like, "Holy
dice.
crap."
Started throwing them around. Yeah.
Why do people get mad for that? I mean, you can always play another one at.
Well, it happens.
You didn't put any money. I mean, you didn't put any money to play the game. So to speak.
Well, I had a sniper that Ashley painted that I know I'm the one that rolls the dice, but I can never hit nothing, so I sold him on eBay. I got tired of it.
He did.
I did.
Tribex.
I had such smack talk from Keegan on it that I said, okay, screw it, and I just sold him and a couple of the other figures that were never doing any good, and I'm like, I'll just keep the ones at the Dominus box.
It did seem like he brought it up, like almost every week on your show. I could see
Because
where
it was so annoying, Mythos. That's why.
I could see where that would start to grate at you.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I don't mean to come up with the same boring story. I'll stop.
No. I meant Keegan would bring it up to you.
Keegan would
tease
bring
you
it
on the
up.
Yeah.
show.
Well, and that's why they got sold, sir.
Oh, wow.
You want a bigger brush for that?
No, this is an older brush, so I'm just putting all this blue on. It's all right.
I said, because this is the one I put that.
So tell
captain I did?
Mythos what you did with the captain's head, what you used, because I don't know if you heard you earlier. So on Terminator Captain, Mythos,
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I painted him up really cool before I realized he was supposed to be freaking red. But so normally Greg uses the corn red.
Mm-hmm.
I went and got a metallic. It's called Gemstone. It's War Painter, Army War Painter.
Nice.
But I didn't realize it because I was looking for like the metallic or color shift paints, which our local store didn't have, which I wasn't gonna spend like $80 on a pack of 6. But I found an actual, it's airbrush. I didn't realize it until after the fact.
it says airbrush
It
right
says
on the front of the
airbrush.
bottle,
That
babe.
just means
It
it's
says
going to be a
air.
little
All
thinner.
it says was air.
That just means it's going to be thinned out.
It's just thin. I've worked with it before. It was oh Lord. What the hell was it for? Tanks.
The Soviets had
The
an
Soviets
airbrush,
had an airbrush green.
and that
Okay.
worked really well.
And that damn shit just covered everything.
Nice.
And
Anyways,
it's they believe that one was Vallejo.
so
Vallejo.
story. I was just looking at
Wait,
it.
I'm confused.
You
Wait,
didn't finish your story. So okay, so you got this color for the guy's helmet, and how did it turn out and stuff.
oh, you have the guy over there.
I
So I painted him basically metallic red instead of the corn.
Very nice.
And I did the same thing with their eyes.
I want to see pictures.
Well, Greg, we'll have to get them up on Greg's phone because my phone is just utter crap. That or take them up on with our good camera.
I'll just do that because it's
Well,
got
I
a better
can do it with the
lens.
Easy Share camera.
Huh?
I can do it with the Easy Share camera.
What?
This one. Mine that we bought.
Oh yeah.
I believe I still have my. Yeah, my card's in there. But I think that one's pretty much full of
It
all
does
the
help
vacation.
when you take pictures to have a memory card in the camera.
Oh, you're gonna get stabbed.
Fair enough. So yeah, there you go. It came out pretty good, but the camera just doesn't really show it.
No, because our one that actually was good.
It's on the laptop.
Hey, Mythos, I did get to witness Freak's meltdown there for a bit. So that was entertaining. About the Imperial Fist don't have to be yellow anymore.
Yeah,
So
it was a spirited discussion.
yeah, it was. It was very So why do you think GW decided to do that though?
Well, from the designer's commentary, there was received a lot of complaints about how they never seem to be able to balance Space Marines. There's always, one of the chapters is always the top and one is always the bottom, and very often in edition, they get the complaints that it's the same ones over and over again who are the strong ones. Where it's like Iron Hands and Salamanders and Ultramarines are usually the stronger ones. And then like Raven Guard and Imperial Fists are usually at the bottom, right?
Yeah.
And so since they have trouble trying to balance these rules and make them feel fluffy, what they apparently decided to do this go around, and also they had in the last 2 editions, a whole separate kind of create your own mix and pick for successor chapters, which some people like, some people didn't. And so what they decided to do this go around was to make it what they felt more balanced. Was you can play whatever Space Marines you want, and your detachment is going to be your rules instead of your paint scheme, and that way all Space Marines are equally strong because they can pick whatever rules they want, right? But and
So they effectively stop the complaints.
yeah, it's to address those complaints about why isn't my Space Marine chapter strong, right? And it's like,
Sure.
hey, they're all strong now. Pick what rules you want, And so, unfortunately, that does in fact take away some of their uniqueness to each chapter. I get what he's saying. So there's some gives and takes each way.
Yeah. Wow. So all the Space Marines going to be pretty much equal.
Yeah, they'll all have access to the same rules, and they won't be completely equal because you can build into whichever set of rules you want to take. And I think there'll still be some customization for, like, there's a rule for a speedy army, which I would heavily use in my Space Wolves and my White Scars. But I think my Ultramarines would probably lean more into the Oath of Moment one, which is, their veteran rule, and which is going to be used for a lot of mass firepower. And so I can imagine some people are going to want to play the stealthy rules. Some people are going to want to play, into different stuff, which is
so they pretty much kind of based it off with the orcs.
Kind of, yeah.
Your blood axes and your what is it? Your snake bites or whatever.
Yeah.
It is. So,
whereas, although with the orcs, it's like you can have all of these different kinds in the same army.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's just like you can pick the rules from any of them, regardless of how they're painted. You pick which rule you want.
Interesting.
So overall, are you liking 10th edition better than Mythos for the most part?
I don't know about better, because while there's a lot of changes, I don't really feel like it's a huge amount of changes to where it's really affecting my day-to-day game. It's the same but different for me, and I think that's okay. Would I prefer to stay on with Ninth? Only for my Imperial Guard, because I felt a little salty that so far 9th edition's Imperial Guard, because I've had access to the 8th edition, 9th edition, and now 10th edition Imperial Guard rules, and I liked 9th the best so far. I thought it was a great book that I did spend $65 on, and it only was around for a couple of months. So
yeah, that's the problem. Hey, Mythos, I wonder why, and I'm not been in Warhammer as long as you, but why is it that if they're going to do, I don't know, say a 10th edition, why don't they have everything ready to go for all factions across the board and release it all
at once?
Why are they doing it over the course of a year, and then by the time the year comes, they turn around and the book you buy is no good, you got to buy another book, and so on?
The answer is a constant flow of money. And not only a constant flow of money, but I'm sure you've heard of the phrase, was it power creep, right? And so there's always something really special or really strong about each next codex. And so people who are tournament players, meta chasers, or sometimes people who just like to collect more armies, if they make something really interesting or really strong for the new codex or book, they get to sell all those books. And so if they do that every month or so, they've got a constant income of those, especially if they release a couple models with it. But then also the people who are meta chasing or big collectors of every army, they've got a huge flow of people who are going to buy into that faction again, who may have not been interested in that faction before, or may have already had that army and sold it off because it wasn't strong anymore. And now it's strong again, so they're going to rebuy all that stuff, And so it's funny because
it's all about money.
Yeah, people say that there's not a lot of money in tournament play, but it's not about the tournaments themselves that generate money. It's tournament play creates constantly new metas, and if you release books continuously, that meta is going to keep changing, right? And it's like, oh, well, with this new book, it changes all of the things that are strong right now, right? It may not even be that particular book that's super strong, but because it's introducing new rules, it's going to shake up how units play against each other or how armies play against each other. And so somebody will need to buy a new army somewhere if they want to stay at the top, you know? And so they just keep changing, shaking up how people are playing in tournaments, and that gets them more sales.
Yeah, I figured it was mostly about the money, the way they're doing it, but just would be nice to, like, these cards that Ashley got for the Tyranids, they're nice. They're smaller than the big Space Marine cards. And I like the size better, but now I guess the Space Marine cards that I got are not going to be no good here very shortly because that new codex is coming.
As someone 5'4.5", you're right. Sometimes smaller is better.
That's right.
And I will count that half every time because I'm not getting any taller.
I wouldn't give that half. I would keep it. Yep.
Well, that's the thing is you can still stick around and just play 9th edition if that's what you enjoy doing. Just play 9th.
I mean, yeah,
Oh,
you just
absolutely.
you make whatever you want. I mean, as long as whoever you're playing with agrees on it, it doesn't matter.
Oh, for sure. When they had the big change from, and I don't think you guys played at the time, but from 7th to 8th edition was a hard reset like this, where they changed stats and everything, and so every book got replaced by indexes, which was even worse at the time because at least this time around the indexes were free.
Oh, wow.
At the time, they had $35 index books, so you had to kind of pay to get into the new edition.
Yeesh.
Wow.
And they're like, but our core rules are free, but you don't have any stats without paying a $35 book.
I mean, that's unfortunately how it is with this. The core rules are free, PDF. Other than, if you want to try to print them out, you're wasting up, $50 up on
Ink.
and paper. But
I mean, it was an acceptable alternative this go around because if, like, Freak and I, we just had the app open and kind of walked through our first game, and we learned that way. I felt like it was an acceptable trade there.
Well, I'm not saying it wasn't, bad. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
I'm going to keep playing because I like the game, but I guess our biggest problem was we didn't start in 7th. It was 8th, and we barely got a chance to do that. Then 9th come along, and we didn't get a chance to do that too much. Now 10th come along, so then when you just kind of get an understanding of what you're doing and it changes, then it makes it a little harder for some of us.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I like the game itself. So,
but when we switched from 7th to 8th, like I said, just like 10th edition, it was a complete overhaul of the rules and the stats and everything. And I had a couple of gentlemen at our local hobby shop who were like, I don't really want to move on to 10th or to 8th edition yet because, I bought all these, units with the 7th edition stats in mind, and now detachments are completely gone. And, like I said, it was a hard change. And so, I did that for a couple of people where I'm like, yeah, man, I'll still play in some 7th edition games. And, those couple of people were like so thankful.
Cool. That's all I played was 7th edition for my brief moment of Warhammer.
All right, I'm going to leave you guys with Ashley for a minute. I'm going to go wash this.
No!
Nasty. Poor Brian. But you have insurance, right? Hold on. There you go, Ashley. Take it away for 2 minutes.
Is anyone watching? So we have witnesses.
Brian, you're nowhere near me, even if I wanted to go do anything. If anything, I could kick you off the live.
Okay.
You could say mean words.
Oh, but I
Not
heard his feelings.
Not that
Cool.
you would, because you're so sweet. I've never heard you say any mean words.
Yeah, okay. Now you're just bullshitting.
I've also never seen you strike Greg.
I have.
I think everyone did.
Anyways.
I saw nothing.
Oh man. Yeah. When you gonna get on your Star Wars there, Mythos?
Yep.
Yep. Yeah. Okay.
Now, Mythos, so on 10, when you are in close quarter combat,
Right.
so you're melee, does the other person, so the defender, get to attack after or no?
Yes. So how it works is charges always go first.
Right.
And so then you do that. And then after that, anyone still
Hey.
in combat.
Babe, do you have some in the oven?
Yeah.
What's in the oven?
Dinner?
Is it gonna be okay?
Yes, I already went out and checked it.
Okay.
And then after that, anyone still in combat are going to take alternating attacks. So let's say you and I have 10 units in combat, 5 of mine, 5 of yours. You charged in with 2 of your Tyranid units, right?
Right.
Those 2 are going to hit first. Now, we still have 5 units of combat, 2 of them where you've already swung, and the other ones are ongoing combats from a previous round, right?
Okay.
Your first charges are already done. So after that, defender gets to declare attack next. So I would say I'm going to activate this unit to attack, and then you're going to go back and say, okay, next I'm going to attack with this unit, and we do that until everybody who's in a combat situation is done.
Well, I just meant, okay, so I killed, say, 5 of your guys when I got into combat with them. Do those 5 guys get basically like a fury shot kind of thing, or no?
Nope, unless you have a rule that stops them from fighting back.
So the only way is if they have a rule that says they can fight back. Okay.
If they have a rule that stops them from fighting back, they always get to fight back.
So even if the dead ones get to actually have a shot too.
Oh, not the dead ones.
That's what I'm
Whoever's
saying. If
eating
I
it.
killed 5 of yours and then it's your turn to go.
I had misunderstood. No, the dead ones would have to have an ability that lets them attack.
Okay, it has to have the ability. Okay. Yeah, I don't like the Necrons that Keegan plays with. I think he's
Oh, is
doing
that-
the reanimation wrong.
I don't know. Reanimation is very strong. How's he doing?
No, I understand, but it's like he gets to roll on his turn and then my turn, and then with when it was the 3 of us who played, then he was also able to roll against on Greg's turn as well. And I'm like, that don't sound right. That's too many things because you will never die
Well,
then.
That's something y'all can discuss as a house rule. Because again, 40K is only designed as a 1v1 system. So anything you're doing in a 1v3 or in a 3v3, a 1v1v1 is going to be a custom rule.
No, I know. We were trying to do, the right way of playing it, just a 3-way basically.
Sure. But yeah, that's what I'm saying is if you don't think he should get reanimation on all 3 turns, that's definitely worth talking about because, it's a custom rule that in this case does benefit him. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the only thing I found on the reanimation crap was, I guess it was back in 9 or something, and it basically said that you could only do it once per turn. But Keegan's like, no, it's every time someone basically starts a new round or a turn. I'm like, that don't sound right.
But in 9th, it was super strong. It was every time a new unit would shoot or attack that unit. So he could reanimate on the same unit like 20 times if you were shot at it 20 different times. I don't know what the tension is.
As long as, if I can kill off that unit, then then he
Yeah.
can't use that.
Right.
I mean, that's understandable because the unit wouldn't be there to be able to regain its shit.
Right. Quite
But
right.
I don't know. Keegan, he likes cheating somehow.
Like I said, it may just be an interpretation difference because, like I said, there's no official rule for three-way, so y'all should come to an agreement on how it should work.
Well, I mean, it's not even just us playing, say, quote, three-way. It's even when he does, just against me, or when he played against Greg. It was, oh, this guy, Greg hits every single unit. Well, this guy gets to reroll, and this guy gets to roll, and this guy gets to roll. It's like, no, that's too many rolls. It should be one unit, not every single unit.
Well, let's take a look. I'll pull it up on my app right now.
Because then it's like, that doesn't seem really fair because then you're literally trying to beat them down to a point of, there's nothing left. I understand they're robots, but, there's got to be something to give.
All right. Index Necrons, Army rules, reanimation protocols. If your army faction is Necrons, at the end of your command phase, each unit from your army with this ability reactivates its reanimation protocols and reanimates D3 wounds. Each time a unit reanimates a wound, that unit contains one or more models with fewer than their starting numbers. Select one of those models to regains one lost wound. All their models in the unit have their starting number of wounds. If that model or that unit's not at starting strength, one of the destroyed models is returned with one wound remaining. Okay. So that is every round, and then I'll check their stratagems.
Well, we haven't been playing with stratagems, so
That would be
army rules. It's at the end of his command phase.
Yeah, he does it after every end of every command phase. He does it.
There you go. And I can snip this rule and send it to you, and it may just be a misunderstanding.
So it's only on his command phase that he can do it.
Correct. Unless there's another rule. Unless there's another rule. Because, oops. Well, I sent it to the group chat. I'm going to send it to you.
That's fine.
But yeah, there could be a rule on his data sheet for an individual character or unit that could increase that ability, though. So.
Well, I know he has one guy that if he carries the orb or something like that, it gives them like a +1 or something like that, or additional dice, or that I know. And that makes sense. But it's, I don't know.
Just accept it, man. Robots are better.
Just accept it.
No, because if we're gonna learn correctly, and I don't want.
Yeah.
What are you looking for?
It sounds like you need to learn.
Yeah, I think sometimes Keegan misinterprets stuff.
I think we all do. And it's natural that sometimes we interpret stuff in the way that we are hoping it is,
Yeah, I got you.
Oh, man.
So I asked him when you were gone, babe,
What?
about if your guys get to fight back. They do not.
Not the dead ones.
Not the dead ones. So if I kill, say, 6 of your guys, those 6 guys are dead. You only have 4 or whatever's left of your unit.
That makes sense.
Well, if they reanimate, they don't fight until the next round, right?
Well,
No, Greg doesn't do Necron. I'm just letting him know. Because we're like, well, they have to be able to like fight back because then it's not really fair. So that's how we were playing. Is they got like a fury shot kind of thing.
Hey, Greg,
Yes.
when are we going to play my next Wild West game?
Whenever you want to. I mean, I know you're busy as heck with all the stuff you got.
When do y'all typically do the Wild West game?
Well, there's a part 2 that's been, the fans have been waiting for about a year, almost a year and a half now for part 2.
Because Brian doesn't get his shit done.
Well, that's because Brian has too much to do.
Well, we need to come up with a new name. Grimdale's used too much. See, Mythos, I'm more of a narrative player.
Fair.
I love the stories. So, and I love watching the die roll, develop the story and all that.
To be fair, you really enjoy the fact that it's you're very good at that. I would just keep with what you're super good at, dude.
Yeah. I
know you like to see us all die in the end, but still.
Oh, it's so fun watching you guys squirm. I love it.
Look, they think they have hope.
Hey, I had hope. Brian just wanted me to end the game.
You were leading them like you were doing
I would!
Call of Duty or something, and you were running around. You got quite a ways, but
that
I got everything that we needed. It's just I got overwhelmed.
Yeah. I'll have a better poker face next time because when we played, Grimdale, you and McMurray, and he rolled the dice that killed off my, the guy who turned into a werewolf, and he rolled the dice that just killed him off right off the bat. I was like, pissed.
Yeah.
So, I just ruined the whole thing. Like, dang it. So, anyways.
After just a quick glance through some of the characters that can lead his army, I don't see a rule that gives him reanimation in both turns, but like I said, that could just be on a character I haven't seen. So
it could be that Keegan wants to interpret it too, so that it benefits him sometimes. That I've found out, and I don't mean it in a bad way. I think it's just the way it comes across. Like you said, if there's hope that it benefits your people, you're going to try it.
And sometimes, like, we see what we want to see.
Yeah.
Like, not intentionally, like, just sometimes it's the thing that happens.
No. I got you.
See, this is where I wish Keegan was here.
Yeah.
For these kind of conversations. Because if I go and tell him, oh yeah, Mythos says this. No, he didn't. I didn't hear it.
That's why I snipped the rule, and
there you go.
It doesn't matter.
Well,
Not with Keegan.
We'll give it a shot and see what happens.
I was about to say
because it doesn't help him.
Well, it says specifically on the sheet in your command phase. So, yeah, I mean that should clear up any misunderstandings.
Did you ask about the victory points? Or I mean the command points?
No.
What's the question?
So, I'm trying to remember how it was when we were
how
playing.
to use them?
Well, you're supposed to every start of every turn, right? You get a command point, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now, this is what I'm asking you because King goes. So there's 3 of us playing, so we would get 3 command points each.
That's
I said
something.
I don't think that's how it works. I think that it's, if it's round 1 or turn 1 or whatever you want to call it, wouldn't everybody have that 1 command point? Because you're supposed to spend them, smartly. You don't get very many.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I think we were getting too many. I'm like, I don't think because there's 3 of us that we just get 3 command points each turn. I mean,
No,
I'm talking about the ones you earn,
Well,
you
Keegan is
get 1 on each command phase, and so you would get 1 in your turn and 1 in your opponent's turn. But
that would be 3.
Okay.
But
Or 2
the
each.
caveat there being is that of course, Warhammer. There's no official rule for that because Warhammer has no official rules for a three-way, right? And so,
So we would have to figure it out for
That
yeah,
would be
you
fun.
guys would just have to agree on which way it would go because it is written as one in each player's command phase, but also like that's not how the game was designed or balanced. And so what happens is that if you're the third person to go, your opponents have built up, 2 rounds of command points to beat on you before you even get to act. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so that literally is like not the way the game was designed.
So it'd probably be better for us not to do too much of the.
Well, you can, but you just have to agree on, what the each round abilities are going to be each turn. Because another popular one that comes up as a dispute is combat, right? It's like, do we combat in each person's turn? Because, that would technically mean that whenever y'all are playing, the way it would go is I can get into combat one time and get 3 rounds of combat out of it before it comes back to my turn, just because, combat is designed around a 1v1 system, right? And so that's another one that comes up that people argue about a lot is because it's like, defender always goes first. And so people are like, well, who gets to fight first? Because, you're the attacker and now both of us are defending, Well, that's a question for sure.
Well,
and
I
then-
know with something like that, you have the fight first ability.
I mean, true, but you're only going to have fight first on units that have that ability and units that
Yeah.
charged in, right? Well, what if nobody charged in? This is a round where nobody charged, and all 3 of you have people in combat. The rule is defender goes first, right? But who's the defender in a 3-way?
Well, that's the thing. I think we're probably for us as a group, it's better off
Don't do
just
it.
2 of us. One of us do I don't know the videoing or whatever, but because like that one scenario was just I had to get the Marines to last through a couple of rounds, and then they were basically evac'd out, although most of them were dead. Then it was down to Keegan and Ashley. But like Keegan said, he said he hoped that by attrition, like I would kill off enough of her before I was evac that when they got to him, he had less to deal with. So, but I don't know if we should do a bunch of things.
It does typically lead to bad feelings for one person or another because there's so much opportunity to just beat up on one person, use a lot of command points on one person, just do all kinds of stuff to one person before they even get a chance to go.
Yeah.
And if you're okay with that, that's one thing. But yeah, that's why there's no official rules on it, I think, is because it's harder for them to balance.
Well, if they put an official rule, they'd have to explain why and how they were balanced.
Yeah. Every once in a while, my group will do a 2v2, and we got to go through all those caveats on how we're going to play what. And I don't like doing the 2v2s because I don't know why it's usually me. But what will happen is that I'm somehow usually the 2 players on the enemy team will gang up on before the game starts. And then by the time it gets to my turn, I've got like 100 points left on the table. And then my partner's got to fend off 2 people,
Yeah, it's interesting. I just kind of want to get it to be correct, I guess. But like you said, on some things you're just going to have to
Agree on it.
agree on it. Sure.
Yeah.
So hold on just a minute here. All right, you guys. I apparently got to take a phone call, so just a moment.
It's all good.
Must be our kid. Probably wants to ride up to the store or something. His girlfriend, I think, is hanging out with a friend right now. So I believe she has a car, or has the car.
Wrath of Kings, Flying Wolves. That sounds awesome.
Oh yeah, Charles. Stadium Survivors. Raveners, Raveners, film. Oh, I just keep plugging away on the Greeks.
That's what I mean. I have to take a break from these guys because it's so many of them.
Yeah,
I mean, I thought I had a problem when I did. How many did I have of them? I had like 80 hawk walkers, and I thought those were bad. These guys are just literally, I mean, it's repeat after repeat after repeat. Everything okay?
So my granddaughter's not feeling too good.
Uh-oh.
Want me to come down and see how she's doing. So what I can do is I'll end the podcast here on Podbean, and then you can kind of take over this. But I'll go down there because they want me to take a look.
Okay.
So that way I have the phone. So I'm gonna have to check on my favorite miniature, you guys.
all right.
Hope everything's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think so, but sometimes people just got questions. So
Sure.
I'll go see what I can do with that. And for the podcast, you guys, I appreciate you on Podbean listening and interacting. We appreciate that. I'm going to have to end that podcast, though. So I'm doing that through my phone. But join us on Gamers with Coffee on Facebook or YouTube or TikTok, and we can catch up then. But thank you. We appreciate it. Have fun. Okay, I'm ending that there.
Question: do my orcs have enough archers to take one down? Wait, take what down? I'm so confused.
Take what down, Charles? Oh,
The Ravener
I don't know what those are.
sound like cool flying wolves.
Yeah, it's a wolf with a big jetpack looking thing, whatever. I think.
I was thinking wings. It's a freaking jetpack. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a wings jetpack looking thing. Yeah. Yeah, why not?
Okay, go.
Make the sky black. Turn the sky black with your arrows, man.
Yeah.
You'll
Hey,
block
that
off-
way, like, what didn't he say? You could fight in the shade, right? Right.
Yeah.
They said that on
300.
100.
Yep.
They're blocking the skies. And he's like, well, then we'll fight in the shade. Not it's kind of
Oh,
mentality.
I put that on the background while I'm doing these Greeks, man. And then I'll put on the history stuff, listen about the Peloponnesian War and all that, and how the Spartans raised their young boys and all that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
All right, you guys, I gotta go, but you have fun. Sorry about that.
All right, bye, Greg. Hope everything
care,
works
brother.
out.
Exit that one.
Oh, get that off.
Shut up.
Here, I'll save everybody. Here, I'll just go like this. Oh, doesn't have my what you call it? Oh well, come on now.
Oh, Brian, quit your brat attitude.
Where?
No,
I don't have my avatar.
you don't have an avatar.
I can't be my avatar. Let's see what about here. There it is. Change avatar.
But
There we go. It's all about the brand.
Hey, but yeah, we thought you'd like that, Brian. That we went and got one of your cups now too.
Yeah. Appreciate it. Thanks for the $2.
Hey, that's all we make. Not very
Oh, I
many
know.
people have ours.
Yeah.
I think we probably made enough from us buying them.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Like I
mean,
said, I have no.
more that we've bought for ourselves from them.
Yeah. Elder says Elder she's had a cough for a few days. Okay. But no, I've never had problems. You know, people always there's certain people I poo-poo about. You know, people on Patreon, people whatever. I have no problem with channels doing that. It's the only one I have is when they sit there and they literally ask and they ask and they ask.
Oh yeah.
So,
I mean, we'll go and repeat ourselves, kind of, but it's more. We don't do it over and over and over in each one.
yeah.
We'll say it once, and that's it.
Yeah, there's no problem mentioning it in every video. I mean, because you know you need if you
have to. You got to plug
yeah.
yourself.
And so, but when people are saying, you know, hey, I need food on my table, that's when I say, go get a job.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm sorry.
I mean, with the Dominus box, me and Greg literally ate rice and beans to get that damn box. We had food. Was it very good? No.
Yeah, but
you know, our bills were paid, and you know, that's what mattered. Our bills were paid.
Rice and beans and stuff.
And I tell everybody, you know, that trying to do their channel on, trying to make money off it, you're not going to make serious money off it. The only people that make money off it are the ones that do the social light kind of stuff. You know, this is what I'm walking down the street and this is what's happening. Or, you know, oh, look at my makeup I'm doing, blah, blah, blah. Or, you know, those are the ones that usually make something more social.
Well, I mean, if you can go and actually get sponsored is where you're going to make the money.
Yeah. Right.
And it has to be a good sponsor.
Yeah.
It's like I listened to some of the like true story murder kind of things, and do research on serial killers, which probably isn't a good thing for Greg.
Yeah.
But I mean, they plug the whole first probably like 10, 15 minutes of their show. It's literally just them plugging themselves.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like, I try to just fast forward all the way through until they actually get to what's going on.
Yeah.
I like
That's the other
Mullen,
thing.
and he
Why do
plugged
people
his afterwards.
Yeah. But why is everyone having issues getting ads on their YouTube? Because, you know, I'm using Google Chrome and you could get that ad block, and I never see an ad ever. It blocks every ad on YouTube.
Nice.
And it's free.
I have no idea. I haven't noticed any, but I've actually been able to, the ones I've prescribed to, yours, Mythos, Charles, when I get them, I watch them right away. And the lives, I do the same thing. I'll watch them while it's live. I won't do the aftermath kind of thing of it. Because, I mean, yeah, it's literally YouTube, unless you pay for premium.
Yeah.
You're going to get ads every, like, 5 minutes. It sucks. It's stupid.
I wish they added a premium because, see, we subscribe to YouTube TV. And I just wish the premium came with it.
It should.
So
I hate that it's 3 different services for.
Yep.
Wow, they're that desperate. Wow.
Yeah.
They're like, you want YouTube TV? You want YouTube Premium? You want YouTube
Oh,
Music?
I know. I get asked every time I get on my YouTube, you want the premium? No, I don't want the fucking premium. Stop asking. But
yeah. Oh well. But no, that's what I do when I'm doing big armies like the Greeks, where you have to paint them over and over and over and all that stuff. Is I'll break it up like Kings of Homicide or something, or Kings of War bench.
Yeah, The few I had when I was just painting them one by one, I was okay because I, wasn't in no hurry. But like these, trying to knock them out in a month, I'm staring at the same figure and it's like irritating me. So it's like I have to change it up. So that's why I'm like I stopped touching mine at all, and I painted Greg's captain for him.
So, you guys hear me like really clear, right?
Yeah.
Oh, super.
Okay, because I got that the blue mic, the
Nice.
big one.
Nice.
So, and I could literally, you know what? I should try that right now. Could be a good example. I'm gonna get up. I'll probably fade away, but I'm going across the room. Can you still hear me?
What?
Oh, yeah.
And you know what? I got 2 fans on. You can only hear my voice, huh?
Yeah, just your voice.
Wow. That's worth the money then.
Honestly, you can hear something in the background, but it's not very loud. Like when we run our AC, you don't really notice it too much.
Oh, good. I feel better now. Because I had that.
We're running off of actual big mic. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Well, if one of you guys want, I have that.
That's our mic. It's set up literally behind.
Yeah.
So that's what we run.
I have the Blue Mic Snowball. It's called a Snowball Blue Mic,
Right.
and it works great. But it's there's a word for it, but it's you have to be in the direction of it. And so,
Right on.
yeah, but it picks up really good too. That's what I was using before. So I had to make sure I was in the zone or whatever, the cone, I guess you call it. And yeah, so if you guys want that, let me know. I ain't selling it. I'll just send it. So I've been trying to push it off to somebody who needs it.
I mean, you can send it to us.
So,
I mean, we have another setup that we're trying to get one more piece where we're just waiting for one more piece to come in.
yeah.
To even attempt to try it out. But it's a whole new. Greg found it off of Temu, I think it was. So we were gonna try to get it set up on my computer system.
All right.
And see if it works. If it does, do like an unboxing of it. I think there's only one piece that we needed.
Freak's been on a big Temu kick lately too.
Huh?
Freak's been on a big Temu kick lately too.
Well, Greg got on it and it was like, it runs usually like $60, but it was on sale for like $7 or something like that.
What's the catch though? I want to know the catch.
Not everything. So when you look at it, you have to actually read it. It'll go say, oh, you get 99 cents off this, or it's 54 cents. Oh, yeah. But if it's like a group of things, it's usually one, not the whole group of it.
Huh.
The whole group would be
those
$20 or
$80 Joy Toys I saw on Temu. Like, the different, Tyranid, Space Marine, Orc Joy Toys and all that stuff. I saw those. They're typically like $80. I saw them on Temu for like $30.
And there's no catch.
I mean, it seems like it's like a Wish type of company.
Yeah, that's kind of what it is. It's like Wish.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Wish or Geek is the other one.
They've got some decent electronics on there. Freak found his RAM came from Temu, and it came in, and he said it works perfect.
I don't know. I don't really trust electronic stuff on anything that, we're going to give it to you, 75% off. What the fuck's wrong with it kind of thing is at least what I think of it as.
And that's what he was, that was his mentality going into it. But he was like, you know what? I mean, I'm going to go ahead and test it out. And if the RAM doesn't work, I lost $15 on.
Yeah, I mean, something like that. That's what I think Greg was looking at. He's like, well, it's $7. If it's not very good, then so be it. We lost $7 kind of thing. But what I was figuring, I'm like, well, let's get it tested out. I mean, if it works, then maybe stay screwed. We can do like a giveaway at the end of the year with it or something.
$7 is nachos at Taco Bell.
Me and Greg don't eat Taco Bell. That literally runs through both of us.
That's the whole point.
I mean, it's a cheaper laxative, that's for sure.
That's what I was thinking. Is like, oh man, you don't need to get any of those fancy setups. Just
No.
Taco Bell. Clean you right up. Hey,
And
I'm on that juice cleanse. I'm on the TB cleanse.
Yeah, there you go. Jeez.
The crazy
But-
thing is like, it doesn't affect my wife that way, and so she can actually enjoy the Taco Bell. And then I'm like, oh, this is so good. Oh, I gotta go.
I mean, it depends. I mean, some of the stuff I absolutely love Taco Bell, especially when they have their volcano stuff that comes out. But I'm from California. I have to have that spice.
Mm.
I can't do anything that's just like bland. It's like, this isn't Mexican. But I
Oh.
mean,
Yeah, I mean, nobody goes to Taco Bell for Mexican food.
you'd be surprised up here that is Mexican.
Oh, that's fair.
That's sad.
Well, you're in the middle of freaking country. You really don't have Mexicans around here too much.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, now, like Texas or Arizona, where you're close enough by California, things like that, yeah, you do. Because you're coming right off the freaking borders. But out in the middle of nowhere, you got corn.
Hey, that's what you make tortillas.
Work.
True.
Yeah. All I know
Now, there's a lot of southern stuff out here that, yeah, it's, you know, you won't ever find in California. Soul foods, basically.
Yeah. Oh, I guess I need to make a trip out Midwest again. The last time I've been out in the Midwest was 2014 when we went to Minnesota to see my wife's brother.
Well, I
And
mean,
again,
one
You
of
went
the,
to Minnesota. You gotta say it right.
huh?
You gotta say it right. You went to Minnesota.
Yeah, Minnesota. But yeah.
I mean, just let us know. I mean, we can try to figure out a way to
I
meet
got
you.
tons of
somewhere.
family in Iowa.
Yeah, Greg said something about like Center Point or something, or not Center Point, Central.
got- Osceola, Centerville, Clarinda.
They're all south,
Yep.
or technically it'd be like a southeast or
Centerville.
southwest of us, kind of.
I need to get a site
Yes.
out in Iowa.
You need to get a what?
A site. I travel for work occasionally,
Oh,
every month or so.
yeah.
I'd say Centerville is about. It depends on who's driving. If it's me driving, I could probably get out there in about 2 hours. Greg, give or take, it would probably be about 3.
Yeah.
Greg's a good boy. He follows the rules. I don't.
That's
You're the
it.
bat out of hell, huh?
Well, at one point, I was driving 2 hours to go to work, and it was taking me an hour and 15 minutes to get there.
Jesus.
So, yeah.
All right, but who's cost the most so far in tickets and bills?
Ah.
You have to get caught to get a ticket.
Ah.
So, in the past 2 years, I've had 1 ticket. So,
The way I see it, it's one less worry when you're not speeding.
no, normally I don't, but
Because my wife is the lead foot.
yeah, see, that's my problem. I'm a lead foot.
I cruise, man. I just cruise.
That's
Get
what
there when
Greg's
we get
like,
there,
"What?"
man.
When you're running late, that, you know, when it's supposed to take you 2 hours to get to work,
Well, don't run
and
late.
you're already running late as it is, because I had to leave work at like 5 to be at work by 7. I would have to leave by about 5 at the very latest. Well, when you leave at 5:30 because you ended up waking up an hour late, you haul ass,
Mm.
especially when you have to open a store.
Mm.
Pre
Word.
babies, my wife was the lead foot in the family, and post babies, She's
Yeah.
the careful driver.
Yeah.
I'm Asian, so I have excuses.
Well, can you see over the steering wheel?
Oh, snap.
You
When
said
I
you're
have-
like 5 foot,
No, 5'4.5". Okay.
or does your wife give you a booster seat?
Booster seat.
I am a man. I bought my own booster seat.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Wow.
No, where was it I saw? I think it was on my Facebook that popped up. World's smallest like woman. She wears literally infant's clothes. And she drives like, how the fuck do you reach the pedal? She's like 1.5 foot tall. No, not really, but she's tiny.
Huh.
But she drives like, okay, but I don't understand.
I'm doing these things as an assembly line here.
That's what I did, and I had to take a break because my brain's like, I'm done. You're gonna go and stand up. You're gonna keep going.
Freaking Brian from Weird World War II, man. He freaking he
Yeah.
actually motivated me the most out of everyone.
Well, he's probably got the most right now anyway.
He's at 101.
Yeah.
He ended up at 101. I told him, I said, he's still got a couple more days. Nah, man, I'm done. 101, I'm moving on. Okay. So, grumpy old game. What's called grumpy old gamer? I can't remember.
Grumpy Guy Gaming.
Yeah, Grumpy Guy Gaming. He did 88, and those suckers look nice.
Oh man, that is
Those
grumpy.
Tyranids?
He does speed and quality.
Oh yeah,
Pretty sure like he's magic.
yeah. So I was shocked he joined. I didn't, I was like, holy crap.
Yeah,
And
I
then-
was looking at the speed paints up at our local store. I'm like, I don't understand. It looks literally like the tactical paint. It just in a different jar is what it looks like. It's got like 3 different tones of that same color.
I truly think speed paint was developed by the guys like, you know what? I just want to get these minis on the table, man. Make them look decent.
So, I mean, that's
I
what
love
it
'em.
looked to me is like a contrast paint, not tactical contrast.
Oh yeah, well they were meant to be a competitor to Contrast.
Yeah.
And some of those, it's like,
Hey, Charles.
if I just wanted to make like one color, oh yeah, it would have been, my shit would have been already done. But I don't know. I just, like I said, I have OCD when it comes to my painting.
Now,
Hey,
'Cause
Charles,
I've been
and
dying
that's
to touch
size.
Little horse and carriage that I got a couple years ago. It's still sitting on my desk. I haven't touched it.
well, now that you said it, go grab it and keep going.
Nope. That wasn't part of it. Nope.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I want to paint it yet.
Yeah.
With something like that, I have to be in the mood, and then it just, I kind of start grabbing paint is what I do.
Yeah.
And I have to kind of debate on it. But it's like I got the Queen done to do an Aliens game. I still have, I have to remember where the hell I stuck the box, but the expansion for the soldiers for an Aliens game. I still have all those Zombicide guys to do. It's just, my painting is, I have OCD. I have to be in the mood to do it. And then I have to also have no interruptions. And my dog's been, her allergies are so bad right now. She's been itching up a storm and ripping her own hair out. So it's like I've been trying to take care of her and making sure we don't go in and out of the house too much to let pollen in.
Yeah.
I mean, she's only 8, so she's still got a few years, but
I'm just a slow painter.
I mean, that's how Greg's like, well, I'm not going to get anywhere near what yours is done. No, you have more detail on your Space Marines than I do on my Termagant, my Terminator, or not Terminators, my Termagants. I can knock out 20 of them, if not more, before he can knock out, 2 or 3 of the Terminators.
Yeah, but see, he's looking at it the wrong way. If you only do one, that's one more model painted than you had before.
Well, he's doing one right now, and I think there's 2 more bodies on this sprue. Yeah. And this is the last sprue he has. Then all his guys from that starter box are done. But he tried copying me where, like, all my guys, I didn't have to actually prime because I didn't use that contrast. The contrast on a straight, just straight plastic does not work. You have to have some kind of base on it. Now, if you're using the base colors, actually, I think my skin tone's a layer. But anyway, it sticks just fine. I don't need that extra.
I always think primer's a good idea just because when you play with the model, unprimed models can rub off paint. And then I get mad.
I haven't had a problem.
Sorry.
But what I think I'm going to do, once I get them done, I'm going to say, screw it. I have a clear coat and just clear coat the whole thing.
Right on.
I think is what I'm going to do. Ryan from World War II wants to know what that paint tasted like, Mythos.
What's
up, Brian?
The Monument paints I was just using they're pretty flavorful paint.
Does the purple taste like grape, or what is it? It tastes like blue.
I think if somebody sold flavored paints,
oh my God, no!
The FDA would probably have concerns, but
I mean, technically,
I think so many of us brush lickers would definitely buy into it.
We would be out of money because I don't know how many times I'm not even thinking. I just stick the brush right into my mouth. It's like, no.
The Monument Hobbies paints, they taste fine. Citadel paints taste fine. Vallejo, it depends on their formulas. Some of their like their air paints taste a little chemically. Their different effect paints have different tastes. I tend to find though that the better quality of paint
it doesn't have that bitter taste to it.
Yeah. I was about to say they taste better, but it's not like they necessarily taste good. It's just an absence of bad tastes. Now, one of the worst things, Vallejo Surface Primer. Oh my God, that is terrible stuff because it's got like what is it? It's got like
you're like the new Tommy Boy. Jeez, you ate pink chip when you were a kid?
No, because I mean, I've done it when you're in the groove of painting. You don't even think about it because once I dip my, clean my brush, I'll dry it off, and my bristles are all fucked up, so I just stick it in my mouth, not even thinking about it.
Yeah, I put it in my mouth to get the old paint off, but also I'll do a twist so that way it puts
so it makes a nice point.
Yeah. And then like I give them I actually do have brush soap, so after I'm done painting for the night, I'll go clean them all off. But yeah, it's like the in between like during the paint session, that's how I get the paint off my brush. It's just whoop and twist, and it's clean and it's pointed.
Yeah, see, I'll rinse and then you'll see me actually literally put the brush in my mouth. And so it's like I'm getting every single flavor of freaking colors.
Did you grow up under power lines? I didn't grow up under power lines because we lived in an apartment complex in Germany. But once I was like 13 or 14, we came over to the States, and that house had power lines going over it.
Brian says he twists the brush and the paint to make it a point. But that's no fun.
I'm about to say, and that is a logical and appropriate thing to do. I don't know. I don't even know when I started doing it. Like, because I learned to paint off of, video tutorials. So that's what I was doing at first, following tutorials. Was, you put it in the cup, you dab it on the paper towel, and then you drag it through the paint and make a twist in the paint to get that nice point. And then at some point, that's where I started. And at some point, that changed into now I'm a brush lifter. I don't know.
I never watched any tutorials. I read the books that Greg got me when I first started painting before all Warhammer and all that. It was the Bones collection. He got me 2 sets of their paint, and I was reading it to copy of what to do, because they gave you a couple miniatures to do it, and it says, okay, you do this color here, kind of thing, and you follow their directions. And I think I was reading, I just didn't think about it. I stuck the brush right in my mouth. Now it's a habit kind of thing. But I still use their paint. It's actually, I'm trying to think of what they're kind of, it's like a mixture between Vallejo and Army Painter.
Yeah, they're a little bit
texture.
Yeah, they're a little bit on that thicker side, like
not on the thicker side. They're not a airbrush kind of consistency, but some of their paint is a little bit on the runnier side.
Yeah, I could see that.
They cover really good with being thin.
I tried them before, and I like them okay to brush paint with, but I stopped using them just because I like paints that can either brush paint well and airbrush well, so they can do double duty depending on what I'm in the mood for. And while I think they brush paint okay, I didn't like how they felt through an airbrush. So I slowly started replacing the ones in my collection with. I think that's when I moved over to focus more on Vallejo paints.
Yeah, Vallejo has a lot of the airbrush. But I found the Army Painter now has quite a bit. After I bought them, I went back in and I'm like, well, fuck it, I'll get the other one. And granted, it was like $1 more for them. I'm like, yeah, fuck it. But they have a decent little selection of airbrushing now.
Yeah, and that was I haven't tried it. I've heard a lot of good things about their airbrush paint. That was another one where I tried a few Army Painter paints, but I didn't like how they felt through the airbrush. And I heard a lot of people with that similar kind of commentary, but the same ones that had problem with airbrushing the original Army Painters said the Army Painter air paints are really, really nice through the airbrush.
I'm saying I've put them up on like I painted them. And where's Greg's service? Hold on. Let me, if I don't move all Greg's shit. I painted this on, but where is he?
Hey, Brian, World War II, Brian. Is it you who's doing the challenge for? Is it October? That's a weird or spicy model.
Yeah.
I think I might have something I can either acquire, or I may have something lying around that I can use for a spicy model.
This does not want to focus. I don't know how Greg did it. Come on.
Need light.
There is light. It's reflecting off of it. That's the problem.
What's this? Light. What movie? What's this? Light.
I don't know. But that is the airbrush one. And it comes out, you have to be careful because it will fill in if you don't get it off quick enough. But it will fill in the gaps. So that's what I liked about the airbrush, at least part.
Oh, yeah.
But in the eyes, it will literally completely cover the eyes. And you have to work pretty quick with this stuff. It dries pretty fast.
A little tip for using really thin paint like air paint is just make sure your brush isn't like air paints are really easy to saturate your brush.
Yep.
So if you just dab it, a lot of people use like a little piece of paper towel. They'll just dab their brush real quick, so that way anything that's really runny will run off. The moisture will run off your brush, but leave the paint behind, and then that way you can still have that nice smoothness without the overflow.
So I mean, yeah. So what I do usually is if it's a thinner texture, like the contrast, I'll put a lot. I have a bigger brush usually for the contrast. I'll put a lot on there, let it sit for like 30 seconds, and clean my brush while I'm cleaning the brush off, or I'll take another brush that's dry and kind of run it over it, and it'll suck up a lot of that moisture.
Oh, nice.
Because once at least it's there for like 30 seconds, it starts drying. That's the only good thing about the contrast. From what it looks like, it dries from the bottom up instead of how most paints dry the opposite. Is what it seems like, at least to me.
Right on.
But I don't know. It like you said, it's basically preference on what
Oh,
you want, kind of thing.
Brian, you got a preferred paint you use?
Me?
Yeah.
Dude, I bought the whole Mega Army Painter Speed Paint set.
Oh,
yeah,
you did say that you like the Speed Painter.
I
So is that
love-
working out for you, I'm assuming?
Oh yeah. It's the secret to my millions of minis painted.
I don't know. I had to just go buy a speed paint color and give it a test.
The
Is what I have to
metallics,
do.
the Army Painter Speed Paint metallics, I love them. Oh my gosh, the broadsword silver and the hoplite gold and the bronze. Oh my god,
Is it really good?
I like it.
Okay.
Now again, it's to each his own, but I like it.
Nice.
I mean, I wanted the color shift, but my local store didn't have any. Well, I only checked one.
Hey, leave the color shift to the vehicles, man.
Well, you got to think I'm doing different things per, each one of my guys. And I'm like, well, instead of making all my termagants the exact same, I was going to go and do like a color shift or something up on, because you can have 20 of them in an actual unit. So I was going to do, I have technically 3 units, 2 20s and a 10. So I was going to keep the 10 already blue because those are done. Do a different color for 120 and do another color for another 20. That way, okay, I know these units, this color is this unit, this color is this unit. But I mean, I've already painted them all the same color. That's my problem. I mean, I could go and maybe do a lighter blue or something, but keep them all in that blue kind of. I don't know, genre. Because I mean, I know at one point Greg had a like silver to green or purple to green or something like that color shift, and we can't seem to find it.
Is Brian still on or not? Probably not.
World War, I have no idea.
Yeah. Weird World War II.
Well, here, we'll do it
It's
this
so much
way.
easier to say
Still
weird war.
I will repost the invite code so that way anyone can join.
Yeah, it looks like he's gone. I was going to ask if you paint any more minis, man, to add to the account. I don't know who's got the lead. I haven't talked to McMurray. McMurray's usually the guy that just goes off on painting minis.
Huh.
So I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up with 200. So
I mean, it's just nuts.
one thing I liked about this paint challenge, you notice more channels and you got to subscribe to newer people and all that.
Oh yeah, I think I got to meet Paint Minis
Bill.
Live that way.
Yeah, Bill.
I had a couple people add me up on our Facebook page because of this. So it's like, wow, okay, I don't know who the hell you are, but okay.
Yeah, Bill does the lives every other night or something like that. Paint Minis Live.
I didn't realize it was that often. I've only gotten a couple of notifications for him.
Yeah.
I think I got one, but I have to go through. I have to actually go through every single one of my things, or the groups, and have to make sure I have them checked where it's not just once in a while it'll notify me. I'll have to actually change the bell or whatever it's technically called.
Yeah. Who's there with
That way I
Shadow?
get notified every single time.
There's Shadow Cat. D Ramsey, Shadow Cat. He joined in. He's a new one. I think he's been on your chat a couple times, Frost and Fist.
Yeah, Shadowcat was one of our earliest supporters.
Yeah, and then there's Shadow and Sun. So they're kind of new, or new to me. Trying to remember them off the top of my head. So.
Well, you're getting the people that are, have been around the block, but they're going to be new to you.
Yeah.
The more you get on like ours or Frost and Fists, Jeff's, or any of them kind of thing, you're gonna end up getting more subscribers.
And similarly, to being in on the challenge, I'm meeting more people who are into miniatures, but not necessarily G-dubs.
Yeah, which is good for you. You need to know there's another world out there.
I collect a couple of other games, but yeah, you're right. I am very much GW focused.
Yeah, that's why I keep asking. How's the Star Wars Legion doing, man?
The Star Wars is like, it is so there. Right there.
I know Greg's are up there. He has them done. It just we kind of walk through, kind of just a quick tutorial kind of thing, and on how it was done. But
my problem is that every time I start to catch up on my armies, so that way I can paint something for another system, I just start a new army.
Yeah, because I remember you doing the sisters for a while.
Yep, the sisters are so there.
No, I'm debating because he's got the regular Space Marines. I know he has a sprue of, I think they're Black Templar, I believe is what they are. He has Cadians somewhere. So he's got like 3 factions. I'm down to 1.
He's got Cadians? Greg might do some guard?
Those little green guys, they look like actual, soldiers.
Yeah. That's awesome.
He has like 5 or 10 of them, and we don't know where they went. I just saw them not too long ago. But yeah, because he was gonna do the Space Marines, and I think they're Cadians.
Man. So, if someone were to say anonymously send him like a tank all painted up and ready to go, that might encourage him to play Imperial Guard. He might paint up those 5 dudes.
No, they're painted.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they're all painted. I don't remember where the hell they actually are.
Nice. For Acadia!
I believe they're Acadians. Because they're in a box like this big somewhere. But that's his MP3 player that he hasn't fucked with. We just don't know. I just saw him literally not too long ago. But it's like, yeah, either 5 or 10 figures.
Someone may have to anonymously send him a tank. They're painted and they went AWOL, says Charles.
Somewhere. I've been rearranging the room so it tries to give us more. And I don't remember where the hell they were. I think it's in our closet area because I've been stacking things in there. I think it might have probably been pushed to the back. is probably what it was. It's not there. That box is empty.
Holy
That
crap.
or I put it in one of the like boarding action or something boxes. I don't know. I set it somewhere now. I can't remember where exactly I set them, unless I set it up on top. That's the one thing that pisses me off is like I set things somewhere and then I forget where I put them. Then I feel bad because it's usually Greg's shit that I move. And I can't remember where I put them. Like, all those magnets when I was doing Keegan's guy for him, his little, like, tank thing. I couldn't remember for the life of me where... No, they're not up there. I stuck the magnets. Now I don't remember where I stuck the magnets again after I found them. Because I had way too much shit going through my head. Trying to remember where I stuck everything.
So, Mini Warma, you remember how the Warhammer miniatures, they come on these kind of tall black bases, right?
Oh yeah.
I'm now doing the most satisfying part of painting a miniature is putting the black back on the rims at the end.
Yep, and then you're done.
I do the same thing. Like right now, I have so much green from like the skin color of these termagants all over this black base. It's like at least when I'm done, I just put the textured paint up on top, and then once it's dry, I'll go back around with the black and just do it right around the rim.
Such a satisfying feeling, right?
Yeah, but then it's like I gotta do it very carefully, or I'll end up going and getting it on that texture paint. It's like, damn it!
The more you do it, the easy, the
Oh yeah, I say I've been doing it for a while. Greg's like, "What the hell are you doing? Just paint the whole thing." I'm like, no, you can't do that. And it's like some of them I haven't even actually touched for the texture paint. I think there's 2 of them, 3 of them. Is that one textured? I can't tell. At least 2 of them I know of that Greg called my golden boys.
The golden boys.
Well, okay, so the video I saw was on Instagram. Because Greg sent me something on it was a guy who, I mean, the table, he had like 4 long ass, it looked like a normal 4 foot by like 8 foot table. But there is like 4 of them next to each other, and it was just full of Terminator, not, wow.
Termagants?
No. Tyranids. Why?
Okay.
I can't, because I keep looking down at my Termagants. They're sitting on my desk. But the whole thing, I mean, from, you know, the little guys all the way up to these $500 or $600 pieces. And
Oh wow. Wife texts me. Just now getting to the grocery store. I took a detour and she put a big smiley face on there.
uh-oh.
She means she went somewhere else and was shopping.
But it was, I mean, you probably is a 10,000 point kind of thing. Or he was just set, you know, he had them in like sections. It was like, wow, what the hell? I mean, he had the big, like, dragon-looking characters.
Nice.
Because the one that Hellchild's going to make me, if I looked it up, it's like $115 piece.
The Norn Emissary?
Yeah.
Nice.
Because I'm like, well, how many points is it? How the hell do I use it? Where the hell is the card? I can't use them kind of thing. But I ended up I actually found it and I was able to just do, you know, save the picture kind of thing.
Well,
So I have the card, but that was also before I actually now have the card. But,
I blame you guys, man. One of my Greek soldiers now has a bronze foot. Freaking thought it was my skin color and it's bronze. Oh, crap!
that's your fault. You're the one painting, not us.
I'm trying to listen to y'all.
Well, I mean, I can go and just click you off if that's what you want.
All right. While I wait on this grass to dry, I think I'm going to go start dinner. And then
Yeah,
this
say
evening,
my dinner. It's
Yeah,
been in the oven for about I'm gonna have to actually probably end this anyway.
Yeah, because you gotta get in the kitchen, woman. Oh,
Yeah.
I say that because I'm 1,900 miles away.
I also have to get to the kitchen.
So
Anyway,
My paint roller
Alright.
is dirty, very
I'd
dirty.
say just
Did you-
keep watching for about I think it's 16 or 17 seconds after I end this, so that way.
you really made an outro, huh?
Huh?
An outro to your videos, huh?
Yeah, I did. I was kind of bored, so.
I gotta get big time like you guys, man. I gotta start doing this stuff.
Well, it's the same. How it worked was it's through FlexClip, I believe is what it was through. And it was a set. We had it already basically saved on that end. I just had to go and tweak it and add our stuff at the end of it. And then actually saved it and added it to here. So that's the only thing I basically did.
All right.
But-
So we just stay on and watch, or do we leave, or I don't know.
And,
I don't know.
all right,
Go for
well,
it.
hold on.
Hey,
Let's
Charles,
see.
get ready for a show.
Right? Hold on. So, yeah, it wasn't very long, but that's what it is. So that's what we're going to basically be doing. I'll do it again before I end it. But that way everyone sees it. I don't know what you guys saw on that end.
I didn't see Tom Brokaw, though. Anyway. No, anyways, it looked cool. It was good.
So, but anyway, I'll let
Alright.
you guys go. Have a good night.
Night.
Good to see you guys.